So, for the past couple of days, Lucifer has been on my back about filming a video, a message. And he has not left me alone about it. Anytime that I sat down to do another reading just for myself, he came through saying like, hey, I have something to say as well. Maybe you could do that one. So we're finally sitting down to do his reading and make him happy. If there's one thing about Lucifer, is that he is very straightforward. So just a word of warning, this reading is exactly that. Very straightforward, no filter. He has a very specific way that he wants me to bring this message. So strap in, be prepared, because I'm not going to be sugarcoating anything. So you have two choices ahead of you. So you have two choices ahead of you. And those two choices are quite simple. Either you decide that you're finally going to start taking care of yourself and stepping into your power, or you're going to enter quite a tough and rough tower moment. That's going to last for quite a few weeks. There are quite a few lessons that Lucifer has already taught you, especially if he is a deity who you specifically work with. He has already taught you quite a lot. And for a while he moved on from these lessons to new things because he was like, yeah, I taught these things. They know what to do. But you haven't been putting any of it into action. You know what to do with the situation that you're in, and I'm thinking specifically of a situation where you're dealing with certain manipulators and, frankly, at times abusers in your life, and he has taught you exactly what to do when it comes to these people, how to handle them. And what I'm hearing is he taught you probably very specifically, don't react to them too much, don't give in to them too much. It's not worth your time, it's not worth your energy. Focus on yourself. So his question really for you today is, why are you still doing that? It doesn't make sense, not with what I've taught you. Here's the thing about it. You are looking at these people and saying, I can maybe change them, help them. You want to see the good in people, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to see the good in people. There's nothing wrong with that. But in this case, there really is no good to look at or to look for. There really, really, really isn't. These are people who do not wish you well. They don't. It's as simple as that. These are people, and I'm getting very masculine energy from them. Doesn't have to be a man, but this is someone who embodies very masculine energy. I'm then specifically thinking maybe a father, a grandfather, could also be a partner, a friend, maybe, but I'm specifically hearing a romantic partner. Maybe someone, a woman, but who maybe like dresses more masculine, I'm also hearing and also seeing. They don't wish you well. And yet you keep going back to them. And you need to start asking yourself why. Because there's really no reason to. They have nothing to offer you other than pain and abuse. Because they've hurt you a lot. And I'm specifically then talking about they've hurt your inner child a lot. Which is also why I'm thinking this might be a parent or a grandparent or someone who you've known from a very young age, from when you were very little. We're seeing you and this person when you were very young. This person also looks older, again a male. Doesn't have to be a male, but it could be. this person, I feel like they always put up a smile. They always say that they want the best for you. But then when it comes down to it and you're struggling, they look at you and kind of are like, figure it out yourself. I don't want to deal with it. I have more important things to do, like watching paint dry. You are trying to grow something. And it's like you're going to this person for help or for advice, maybe. Or just overall just support. But I'm specifically hearing maybe financial support, financial advice. And they've always helped you, but not with the intentions that you might think. Because it's really more about them than it is about you. They really do not want to help you. And I think that you know that. Deep down you know that. But you keep going back to them because you hope that one day they will change. They won't. If you want to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, you're going to have to do it on your own. I'm hearing self-made success. Maybe you have your own business or your own idea for a business or just something that you want to do in order to make money. And as I'm saying that, there's a lot of passion that you have that comes looking with that. This may be something creative that you're trying to use to make money. You're really trying to achieve something here, something big. I feel like something that would be very beneficial for your life, and you're right in chasing it. Because it is meant for you. It is going to happen for you if you decide to finally do this on your own. You're chasing after someone who does not have good intentions for you. They really, really don't. And even if they did, is what I'm hearing, you have the power to do this yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone else to get to where you want to go. And again, this is something that he taught you. He taught you this a very, very long time ago. I feel like you've been working with Lucifer for a while. Again, that doesn't have to be true. Take what resonates and leave the rest, but that is what I'm hearing. You might have been working with him for a while. It's like, I'm literally seeing him shake you. Like, what are you doing? Like, I've taught you all of these things, and you know how to use all these things. You know what to do. But somehow you think that I won't notice that you're not doing it. That you're not using these lessons that I gave you. So again, you're kind of at an impasse here. Because you haven't been using these lessons that Lucifer taught you in the way that you should have. He taught you, be the bigger person. Walk away when it gets too hard to be around them. And instead, you're reactive. You're doing exactly what you were doing before. It's like these bad habits that you shed during, I'm hearing, your training with him, your lessons with him. You just brought them all right back because you feel like, he's not looking for those lessons right now. He's not watching for me anymore to do those things, so I can maybe go back to what I was doing and get the changes that I want. You're using your heart over your head. You need to start using your head over your heart. This Tower moment is, if you choose to go down that road, which you have every right to do, is going to be tough. And this is a Tower moment that's going to keep repeating itself until you learn your lesson. Again, this is not me saying this is Lucifer. This is Lucifer saying this. This is going to keep repeating itself until you learn your lesson. And that is you falling back to the place where you once were, fully under their control. And that is going to go gradually, but it's going to happen, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to go in cycles over and over and over until you apply the lessons that Lucifer taught you and fight back. And this time, stick to it. You know what to do. He really wants me to hammer that in there. You know what to do. You've shown him and you've shown yourself that you know what to do and you've seen good results from it. You're just not emotionally ready to let this person go yet. And that is not your fault. Because this person once upon a time might have meant a lot to you. But you need to learn to let go when it no longer serves you. You're embracing these bad habits because you're hoping for something different. You literally just said, have you ever heard of the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing but hoping for a different outcome. That's what you're doing. And he's literally saying, I won't have it. You are better than that. You deserve better than that. You know you deserve better than that. And yet you're not doing it. You're not doing it because you're scared. And he's sad. He's sad about it. He's really hurt. I can literally feel like right in my chest. It's like someone's pouring my heart, like pulling my heart out of my chest. Because it's like, you know what to do, but you're not doing it. And there's really no reason why. He is seeing who you can become. He's already seeing that. And if you decide to not go for a tower moment, which you really shouldn't because eventually you're going to have to do the work anyway, and you decide to start doing the work, you're going to end up as someone completely different. Someone who is confident, happy, courageous, who goes for what they want, who isn't scared of other people, who isn't scared to be manipulated because they know that they can deal with whatever is coming their way. That is you a couple of months from now if you decide to go with this route. It can be a couple of months longer until you get to this point, longer than it should be if you decide to go for a tower moment. In the end, you'll get there, but you have to decide how much pain you're willing to go through before you do what you need to do. You've been put through trials, you've been put through situations, and I'm hearing you really struggled with those because you had such an attachment to this person. But what you need to know is this person does not have that attachment to you. They like your energy. It's like they siphon your energy from you, and then when you have nothing left, they leave temporarily for you to recharge so that they can come back and siphon even more. Is that really the type of person that you want in your life? Because it really shouldn't be. It really, really shouldn't be. You have so much that you can do in this life. Why would you choose to be manipulated, to be hurt, instead of walking away? Instead of choosing your own happiness when the door is right open. You have no reason not to. You're just scared. And it's like, you have a lot of fear, I think, about speaking up. A lot of fear about losing who you are if you let go of this person. This person might have been at one point, and again, take what resonates, your entire identity. They shaped you, you feel, into who you are. But it's like Lucifer in her back is saying, like, no, that wasn't them, that was me. They built a picture that they liked. They helped you to become a puppet on a string. I want to help you become who you really are. But you have to decide that you're ready for that. He's saying, when is enough enough? You've known what to do your entire life, and that is to walk away. You have always had a relationship with this person with 1 minute it was good, and the next they were the most horrible person you could ever meet. Very manipulative, very dominating. I'm hearing a tyrant, someone who yells, someone who screams to get their point across, who makes you feel like you have no other choice but to listen to them. And you've gained the tools, you've gained what you need in order to walk away because you've done the work. Do you really want to have to do all of that work over again? This is the point where you have to choose yourself over that person, because you can't have both. I'm hearing he really wants to say, like, I'm sorry that that is the case. I know that you wanted this so badly. I'm having this, like, it's like a pain in my stomach where it's like, you know, I feel like grief when it, like, eats away your stomach. That's the kind of grief I'm feeling when I say that. It's like there's this huge amount of grief that you're dealing with as a result of knowing that you have to walk away. And I'm really sorry you have to do this. Lucifer is really sorry that you have to do this. But he's saying, like, kid, you know it's time. You know it's what you'll eventually have to do. Just do it now and spare yourself even more heartache, because this person's caused you enough heartache. You're not made out of glass. Just because he throws an insult at you or says, I'm hearing a sentence, you're worth nothing without me. You can't do this without me. I'm important to you. I should be the most important person in your life. I'm getting very narcissistic vibes from this person. Just because he says those things to you doesn't mean that you will crumble. You might feel like you will crumble, especially when, you know, we psych ourselves up and we get anxiety, and that wheel starts turning. We feel like the next little blow is going to push us over and we're going to break into pieces, but we're really not. And he wants to hammer that in there of, you're so much stronger than you think. You're so much stronger than you think, and you can always reach out to him, even if you don't work with him directly, to work with him and to get his advice and to get his guidance, because he's open and willing to work in with you. There are a lot of people out there for this reading who he's been working more in the back, but he's never communicated with you directly. This is him saying, reach out to those people. Like, I want to help you. I want to guide you. I want to help you break away from these people. You've already done so much work, but the final step, like, let me in. Let me help you with this part. Let me be your shoulder to cry on when they walk away. Because eventually they will walk away from you. When you start standing up for yourself and saying that you're not going to take it anymore, they're going to walk away. And again, that's not the type of person that you want in your life. When you grow a backbone and then they say shoo, that's not the type of person that you want. That's not the type of person that you want in your life. You're better than that. And he really wants me to hammer that in there. Like, you're so much better than you're giving yourself credit for. It's time for you to see that, and it's time for you to realize that, because that door isn't going to be open forever. This is your last shot before that cycle is going to start repeating itself again. Of abuse, of verbal abuse. I'm seeing for some of you, physical abuse, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry. You don't deserve that at all. And you really should. And whatever the case may be, walk away from that. I'm seeing mental abuse, medical abuse, medical neglect, all types of abuse. And this person gets a kick from that. Seeing you underneath them is giving them a kick. It's making them happy. It's like them sitting on their high horse being all high and mighty while you are drowning, scrambling for air. You can be so much more than that. if you choose to be more. But you have to choose that path. No one else can do that for you. This is your choice. And again, you can reach out to him at any point that you want. You can reach out to him and say, I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. There's no shame in not knowing what you're doing, even if you have worked with him before in the past, even if you don't work with him anymore actively. There is no shame, and he wants to make that very clear. There is no shame in reaching back out to him and saying, I need more help. You are wanted. He wants you. He loves you so much. You're like, it's almost like you're like his baby. You're his baby. No one gets to hurt his baby. So if you reach out to him and say, I need help, he will be there for you every step of the way. But you have to be the one to reach out to him. He's waiting for you to reach out to him. Because if he comes in and you're not ready for the help, that's not helping anybody. You have to say, I'm ready to do the work. I'm ready for the help. I'm ready to make myself and my life the best that it can be by walking away from this person. There's going to be some form of a challenge either way, whichever path you choose here. The thing is that one ends in you gaining your confidence and your voice, and the other ends with you losing it. I'm hearing 2 weeks. So the moment you make your decision, then 2 weeks. It's going to be hard and it's going to be challenging. But if you decide to work with Lucifer instead of this person who's been hurting you, you're going to end up on top. You're going to end up much more powerful than you ever thought that you could be. And in just 2 weeks, you'll feel like a new, different person. It doesn't mean that your struggles will be over. That's going to take months and for some of you years, because this was a very codependent relationship. But it does mean that you can start working towards something new. You can have anything that you want, but let Lucifer help. He's saying, like, it's okay to cry for help. Sometimes you just need to do that. And I will always answer whenever you do that. It doesn't matter how far along you are in your journey. It doesn't matter even if we don't work anymore together directly, if you just need a shoulder to cry on, or more of a fatherly figure to say, get your butt back into gear. I'll do that for you. I'll always be there. For some of you, Lucifer might also be your soul parent. You might want to find out if he is, if you feel that kind of connection to him, if you've always seen him as sort of like a father figure, or feel like he kind of more treats it in that way, treats you in that way. If he has maybe called you his child before in readings, or any kind of communication with him, you might want to look into whether he is one of your soul parents or not, because that could really help you and help your communication with him a ton. That would be really helpful for both of you. Like I said earlier, your inner child has been very hurt by this person. I'm just getting this out, but for some of you, this might be multiple people. Not a lot of people this is the case, but it might be that this is multiple people who this message is about for you. They really hurt your inner child. They taught your inner child that they didn't have a voice, that they didn't have any chance of succeeding as an adult or as a child. You are dealing with a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss, a lot of grief because of this. It's like you might have felt like you lost a lot of chances that were ripped away from you. Things that, like childhood dreams that you never got to accomplish or see in reality. I feel it's like this person is responsible. And that, again, I want to hammer in there. If you truly feel like this person is responsible for that, why are they in your life? choose rotten food when you can have fresh food off the market? Very weird comparison, but it's the one that he's making. You need to realize that your dreams are out there waiting for you. But right now, you're not succeeding in them because of your heartbreak and because of the loss that you've suffered. Because you haven't healed that pain. And that pain isn't going to heal for as long as that person's in a picture. You need to get rid of them. Literally, it's like, I'm seeing Lucifer, it's like he is dragging this person out by the collar of his neck and literally just like throwing the door closed in his face, like, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And it's like, that is what he would love to do. Just knowing that this person will never come back. That is what he wants for you. That is what he wants you to do. And he's saying, like, if I had the chance to physically be there, I'd do it in your place. But you need to do this by yourself. You need to regain your freedom by yourself. And the trick is that when you start succeeding and they start crying wolf, they start saying everything in my life is failing. I need you. I'm sorry. I'm such a horrible person. I'll never do it again. I've learned my lesson. I know not to do this anymore. That is when you'd usually go back. And the trick is to not do that. That is the point when you feel like this person is gaslighting you, because they are, back into their life. That is when you need to reach out to Lucifer. Because that is when he's saying, like, that is your weak spot when they start doing that. It's like, I'm saying like puppy eyes, like they might have like really like big teary eyes, like a quivering lip, like putting on like the whole show. Of like, I'm so sorry, I miss you, please get back to me, I want to be with you, I'll change. And that's like the big one that they always promise to change. They won't change. They won't. They can make that promise to you 1,000,000 times and they will always say the same. Because if they cared about you, they would have changed already. They would have changed the first time that you brought it up. They haven't changed. You're still doing what they're doing. And that should be your sign to leave. And he's saying, let me help you with that. Let me give you guidance. And if you need a repeat of the lessons that you two went through together, he has no trouble doing that. He's saying, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. He's saying, like, I have had to do the same thing. Remind myself of the things that I know to be true and the things that I know that I need to do for myself. It is hard taking care of yourself, especially when you have so many people into just today's world saying, but they're family, but this, but that. You can't do that to them. And calling you the person in the wrong because you're standing up for yourself. Don't do that. Don't be that person that does that. I hope that this message resonated with you. I know that Lucifer can be quite direct, quite a lot. He's acknowledging that just in my ear as well. He knows that he can be quite a lot. But this message is really meant to help you and support you. And again, please reach out to Lucifer if you feel drawn to him. If you have worked with him in the past, this is the time to reach out to him again. And if you are actively working with him, ask for a refresher on these lessons, because he will get them to you. And he will help you, and he wants to help. You will be okay. But you have to choose yourself over anyone else. You can only start to give once you fill your cup enough to actually do so. So I hope that this message resonated. I hope that it helped. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.